Hey everyone, Wanderbot here and welcome to Raid Auctus. I believe that's how it's pronounced, I'm not entirely sure. It is an incremental raid party manager clicker game that I found a little while ago. Enjoyed, now it's coming out on Steam. The full version, I don't know if it's early access, I think it's just a full release. But it's neat, it's got some interesting ideas, and I want to see where it goes. Specifically, you can get up to level 850 and get a bunch of different characters, which seems like you could do some kind of fun things with that. Maybe. I think it's still very much an idle game that is going to... probably... Okay, Archer wants to join the party. It's probably one of those incremental games that isn't going to, like... eat up too much time, if that makes sense. Like, very much, just put a couple hours into this. I know you can prestige a bunch, so maybe it is one of those where it really does slow down. Hard to tell. It also kind of doesn't matter too deeply to me. It's a... I don't play games for their duration anymore, if that makes sense. That back in the day I used to care very much of like, yeah, I really want a big game to sink my teeth into. Now I'm just kind of like, it's fine. Let's see. Do crit? No, we should probably do a little bit of attack speed, though I don't know if that actually really helps with the character I'm playing. Okay, so the entire premise of this is each character has kind of their own separate tech trees and skill trees, and so by going through this, you make them progressively stronger. We're just going to have the Archer go all the way down here because this gives them an extra attack, and that one will as well. Also, the further you go down on the tree, the better the effects. So, for example, I guess this is a... Oh, they might have changed it. 0 to +2. Yeah, they've changed it. They've flattened it out. Previously, you get the biggest damage bonuses by going all the way down here, but actually it looks like it's instead the more points you put into each one of them, the higher the overall effect. Nice. Either way, we want to set it up so that the Archer is firing as much as possible, because each of those independent attacks has its own cooldown. And so, we want them to be firing constantly. There we go. And now we can start investing in other things. So, Archer identifies the enemy and raises the party's critical chance. Looks like we can get a couple of those, and that probably would be worth it for the universal crit chance. Let's see. Now more vulnerable to critical strikes. Do we have any other special abilities? We also have, like, Arrow Rain. Which, I mean, it's good. I think I'm mostly just waiting. Because the Adventurer, the class that I guess is Wanderer, I do appreciate that it actually has, like, a little character portrait for me. But every minute and a half or so, minute and a half? It might just be 2 minutes. I give the team an experience boost and a gold boost. I think the gold boost is just a gold per click. Whereas the experience boost is just 50% more. But we benefit pretty greatly from actually working on the gold gain. Yeah, 2 gold for each attack. And so I guess it's actually every 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And yeah, it only lasts for 10. Eventually we'll get up to this one so it doubles its effectiveness and lasts longer and has a shorter cooldown. But, let's get the warrior up. Because we want to get the second attack for both of these characters. Okay. Hey, what else do we have? We have honing. Then we also have raids. I should probably look at that. What does honing do? Cost 10 crystals and 100 gold. Honing. Pity system. Okay. Oh. So it's like a permanent stat boost. Probably? Sure. Okay, so that just gave me a 1 bonus damage. Oh no, it increased all of my effectiveness. So every time honing fails, the chance increases by 1%. Okay, the price also goes up. So that's going to be something that I probably just have to work on slowly over time as we accrue more and more resources. I do appreciate that there is a separate currency and progression system from what we had previously. Okay, let's go raid. I think we can fight the nasty goblin. Ready? Oh, begin raid. Well, that was quick. Okay, replay raid. Can you refight it? So I can refight it for more crystals. Okay. Oh, right, I should be clicking through this. Don't think I used that quite as well as I would have liked, but that's okay. So, permanent attack speed and crystal increase. I'm curious what crystal increase means. Exactly. But we can fight the lonely skeleton as well. Alright. If we go back to honing. Because, yeah, we want to just hone a couple of times to boost the character I'm playing as specifically. Okay, looks like there's only so many levels on this. And this is permanent. I wonder if that actually carries across loops then. It might. Okay, don't know what those do exactly. So we also have knowledge transfer. Let's see. Reset progress. It doesn't say how much I need before I can actually get that. So we'll leave that for later. Let's see. Increase duration of raid orbs by a little while. Guess I should mostly go spend some skill points. Because the goal is to unlock as many characters as possible. Because that lets me increase my total levels comfortably. Okay. So I think the trick is, we're just going to loop around, head for Midas if I can. Wait, what? The lonely skeletons showed back up again. That's not a training dummy. I am confused. Oh well. I'm also noticing we have some kind of combo meter that increases my damage by a percent bonus. Yeah, so now that we've cleared these things as raids, I guess they show up instead of just the training dummy. That's kind of neat. That didn't happen before, and I'm actually super down for it. Because yeah, previously it was just my team wailing on training dummies for forever, and that was kind of boring. And admittedly, in this case, it doesn't really matter that deeply, but still. Okay, then combo is going to wear out. Yep. I'll leave that for later. Wizard would like to join the party, yes, but first, we want to go back and grab Hands of Midas and the experience gain. There we go. I just figure those two are going to be invaluable. And then I guess let's just sit here and smack for a while. We got a decent amount of gold, too. So it wouldn't be the worst idea to start investing in Wizard and Archer. Kind of. You gotta get up to level 100 if I want to get the next character, which I think is the Rogue. Okay, we want to just speed past all of this, because the extra attacks are here. I guess at this point, it doesn't really matter what I'm investing into. Yeah, because I could get some extra active abilities. Might as well snag him. Okay, so Wizard's up to 19. I think it's reasonable to get up to 100 at the very least. I should also check if we have another raid that we can do. Graveyard, slow zombie. Begin raid. We only have 60 seconds for this. I think we're fine. Yup. Nice and easy. And then back to smacking, at least for a little bit. I was recording another incremental game earlier, but I might as well kind of repeat it here. I really like how strange incremental games are. Like, ultimately, yes, it is just watching a meter go up in this case. And I very much can understand why some people will bounce off that kind of thing, but from my perspective, I kind of love it. I'm just really tired. I've got a bunch of work that I'm front-loading this week, just to kind of prep for other events going on in my life. And so it's like, would be lovely to kind of kick back and relax and do whatever, but, you know, still got to get videos recorded and everything. I can't just ignore that. And so, to make my life just a little bit easier, yeah, I've got a bunch of incremental games that I can just play and kick back with, and that it really makes my life so much easier being in that situation. Okay, so we've got these. That's expensive. We want to get everybody up to level 25, I think. So let's have the archer give everybody the crit bonus. Because supposedly... Oh, it's a skill. I see. I mean... It's got a duration of 20 seconds and a cooldown of 40, so that's a 50% uptime for a 10% crit chance. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. See, so one more level on the archer, and then we can start working on the wizard and the warrior. Get them up, get the rogue, get as far as we can with that, and then probably go for a loop. Looping obviously resets us back to the very beginning, but it's still going to be worth it. Okay, let's do blacksmithing on archer. Kind of pricey. Oh, orb of piercing, orb of power. I wonder if I can change those. I'll have to look into it, because it seems like you might actually be able to do more orbs. Than just the basic ones, but that might be something I have to unlock. Okay, archer. What do we give them? Yeah, so actually, yeah, we really want to max some of these out. Because yeah, now the archer actually has a respectable DPS. Let's see. Nah, it's only 40,000. I don't know how much experience we want to sit at. I mean, the archer's at 29. So we don't actually need to get the wizard and the warrior up as much. Let's see. I guess I should probably grab combo finisher in retrospect. Okay, so the warrior is now level only 21. But unfortunately, it feels like the warrior is just kind of okay. I guess I still need to give them some blacksmithing stuff. I don't know. I think the rebalance on the talent trees makes this a little easier at the very least. We can also mess around with potentially trying to like hone them and some other stuff. The problem is when I've got my auto clicker going, I just kind of eclipse everything else and doesn't exactly feel fair. Which means kind of in turn that I want to invest a ton of money into the adventure, even if it's technically kind of this like weird roundabout power-up, where it only works when I'm actively letting the auto-clicker go. At any other point, my character, I think, is one of the weakest. But as long as I've got my attention like laser focused on the game, we can just rip-saw through most things. Let's just wait until the experience booster is done. I think that was it. Kill the nasty goblin. Yeah, do we have any other raids that we can do? No, I gotta get up to level 100 for the next one. Knowledge transfer. Oh, it's based on my current experience values, probably. Okay, so for the wizard... Okay, we get the rogue. So if I go to the rogue, rogue has some interesting ones. I know Toxic Blade is kind of fun. After 20 attacks, does a guaranteed critical strike, does a ton of bonus damage. They also have Pickpocket, which I really like the idea of. Unfortunately, the next couple levels from it are pretty far away. Oop. Yeah, whenever greed is on, I should probably focus attention on it. Okay, back to rogue. Oh, can't do more. And we can also raid the wasteland. 100,000 gold is a little tough. We might be able to get this one done. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, not a problem. But this is probably going to be the last raid I'm capable of doing, I think, before we want a prestige. Though the question is, how much do we want a prestige? There we go. End raid. Could fight it more often, but I don't think we benefit from it too deeply. Okay, let's go back to the rogue. Because I think I'm going to just focus on the rogue until we get Pickpocket. Okay, so every 40 seconds steals 750 to 1,000 gold from the enemy's pocket, and then it's multiplied based on the number of raids cleared. That's very good. Because the big question is blacksmith, rogue. Piercing lethality, greed. On hit, gain an additional gold. How do I change which orbs are getting boosted? No, I'm gonna pay attention for a second. We've got gold coming in, followed by experience in short order. And we might as well make the most of both of those while we have them. Okay, so knowledge transfer. Is it honing? Oh. I see. So each of these corresponds with the 3 talents up above. I getcha. So in that case, go back to blacksmith, back to archer. So now we're getting gold per... Oh, that's so good. Okay, so we've got to get me up to this. Orb of Greed. Orb of Greed. Yeah. Gain Orbs of Piercing. But yeah, those talents from blacksmithing get nutty good. And are definitely going to solve at least an amount of my income issues. So that means, well, I'll have to check. The blacksmith upgrades might be permanent. Okay, one more 10,000 gold. Gonna take a little bit to get up there, but this is effectively the Orb of Greed, but permanent, which is insane. And yeah, with how fast I click, I can only imagine that's going to be absurd amounts of cash. We just gotta slap our way through. Yeah, because it's gonna take a little bit. Because yeah, had I been thinking about that, or really had I understood what I was looking at, I could have maybe done this a bit faster. But it's fine. Alright, there's enough gold. Yeah, that's the money. So now we can kind of just kick back for a little while. I don't know exactly what's going to be the most practical here. We might be able to get up to level 150. It doesn't feel outrageous. I think the main question is, how much does it cost for a knowledge orb? Because it might just be 1,000,000 experience per. Give or take. Okay, well we've got Midas rolling in, which will give me even more. Oh, have I not gotten the next attack on my rogue? Yeah, currently we only have 2 attacks on them. Where's the rogue? Wait, no, they should be attacking 3 times. Huh, weird. I don't know why, but it only shows 2 attacks. Well, we'll just roll with a wizard, I suppose. Do we have any other attack speed upgrades? Oh, you can't... Oh, that's a downer. Wizard doesn't have much. But the warrior has a ton. So I think what I'm going to do is give the warrior a whole bunch of attack speed. I think the archer still absolutely eclipses them. But that might be because of the... Might be because of the upgrades. Okay, we've got a little bit before anything. Back to the warrior. Who is actually level 30? Yeah, so it's actually kind of reasonable for us to get up to 150. We're almost there. Let's see, warrior. Oh, we just didn't have enough gold. No, the archer is definitely attacking faster. Even with all those extra attack speed boosts. Even then, my my income is definitely considerably better than it was. Almost there. Guess we'll go back to attacking or pickpocketing. We'll do the trick. Here we go. And then I think I'm just going to hone the heck out of probably the archer. Because I can keep boosting myself, but I'd like to be able to run this game kind of idly. I guess I could also just spread it around, but eh. Okay, let's just wait for pickpocket to proc. There we go, that should give us enough. So let's do honing, archer. Let's get them all down to 90%. Okay, and then blacksmith. Rogue. Yeah, 2 more levels though. Okay, if I take a look at knowledge transfer, yeah, it won't let me do it. What about raids? Oh, we need like 2 more levels. Because we could do 1 more raid at the very least. Skill tree. This is me. But I guess me being... There we go. So we now have the priest. Priest is in the back. Okay. Let me make use of the experience while we're here. Then I should probably actually get the rogue, the gold on hit attack speed boost. Let's see. Rogue. Alright, back to the priest. I don't know if the extra attacks are good. Okay, after 20 attacks, grants a random ally 5 orbs of power. Oh, that's very good. Fuse with holy magic, rays of light hits enemies a couple of times. Those are kind of good. So it seems like this is a one-off, that there are no other iterations of it in the skill pool. Priest is getting a little pricey to level. However, I think that's fine. I do wonder if what the party limit is. Like if there's going to be a certain point where I actually do have to limit how many dudes are in my party. Because it seems like looking at the skill tree, we're party capped. So either the UI is going to extend, or there's we actually do have to say like, yeah, which of these characters do we want to bring with us? Okay, skill tree priest. And then ideally we get them a bunch of attack speed. Okay, blacksmith. Yeah, so the others are crit chance, got it. That should be fine. So what is this? Orb of piercing, gain 3 orbs of piercing. On hit, consume an orb, increase, I got it. Okay, let's do the Forgotten Sewers and the Lustful Slime. Gross. I think we do enough damage. Yeah, we definitely do enough. Oh, now the rogue is attacking 3 times. Cool. And actually the warrior is attacking pretty quick. I think the archer still has the fastest attack speed out of the entire group, but it's difficult to say. Okay. So get experience gold. Reduce cooldown. Oh! That's extremely good. Yeah, because reduced cooldown means hopefully we get to use our abilities slightly more often. I'd at least assume that's what it means. Let's see, we got plenty gold. We actually, yeah, have gained a little bit of a gold and experience multiplier, though it's not much. Yeah, so I think we just got to get our experience up. Let's see, what's the next raid? What level do we get that? 200. Well, considering we're 182, that's not too far off. I don't know what was going on with the archer being on fire. But, cool. Alright. So I'm only level 27. Okay, so we have the Prepared Adventure achievement. I don't know what those boosts are. If that's one of my character's abilities, it probably is. I don't think I'm going to be actively pressing those, though. Unfortunately. Okay, let's... Priest... Hone down to 100%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that gets progressively more expensive. Okay, let's get each of these up. So that they're at 10. Because I think at this point we can more or less afford it. And it seems like the whole team is pretty balanced. The archer, really, the archer and the wizard are actually fairly level. Okay. Yeah, we get more of those. I think we want to just kind of chill. Well, I don't know. Six more levels is easy. Yeah, let's just get the 6 more levels on, like, the wizard. And then cycle. Or then think about cycling. Let's see. There's a attack speed booster over here. Warlock would like to join the party. Looks like they just fit right in. All right. It's weirdly easy to actually get up in levels here. I was assuming I'd be forced to start over at some point. And now it looks like the party size just keeps going up. I have no idea how they're all gonna fit eventually. Doesn't make much sense to me. Oh, there's a Midas touch up here. So there's 3 levels of that skill. It is slightly less useful now that I have the upgrade so that all of my guys, when they attack, give me 1 gold multiplied by how many raids we've done. Oh, I guess I might as well keep going at this for a little bit because we're about to get a bunch more experience. Let's see if I have enough for knowledge points at this point. Knowledge transfer, yes. So, 1 point. I think, let's see if I can get up to like 2 million experience. Yeah, get this warlock up somewhere. So what is this one? 10% chance to shoot an eldritch blast. Let's see, what else do we have? 6 times regular damage. Oh, the Midas cooldown is probably a lot shorter than it used to be, too. Because, yeah, now it's more like a minute. Maybe it's a minute and a half. Okay, skill tree Warlock is level 21, so we're getting there. Anything else for this guy? They've got some random active skills, but I don't know. They've got a lot that actually increases their attack speed, which I'm not going to complain about. Okay, let's go back to Blacksmith. Max those out. Okay, so actually the Warlock might have the fastest attack speed of the entire squad. Damage still belongs to the Wizard, really, in the Warrior. Huh. Alright. Yeah, we have plenty of gold, decent amount of experience. And the next raid is at level 300. That's a bit tougher. Oh, so that's where the orbs are coming from. Well, we could do the marshlands. I don't think this is going to be too much of a problem. It's a little slower. I guess let's get everybody up to at least plus 40. Like max out every single blacksmith upgrade. And then I think we just leave it and absorb knowledge for a little while. Because, yeah, if I can get up to, like, 3, 4, or 5 knowledge crystals, I think it's a 10% experience gain per. And that could be kind of valuable. I could also just wait and let the game run for a while longer. Let's see, plus damage. Oh, it's a flat bonus for everybody. That's nice. Okay, blacksmithing. I'm just gonna let them do their own thing for a bit. Because, yeah, we want to max out each of these. Because supposedly they're permanent. Which I'm really hoping permanent means carries over from one loop to the next. As that would make my life much easier. A gold income is looking good. Crit chance is looking fancy. Damage is fine. Start working on this. Not quite going to be able to get it up. Yeah, what else do we do? Not too much. Okay, we're at 2 million experience. Let's give a quick peek at knowledge transfer. So it is 2 points. So every million experience is another knowledge point. Oh. So interesting. So maybe, yeah. So if I'm looking at this, we don't actually gain the extra experience increase. We need a lot of points to be able to afford that. So maybe we don't want to do any knowledge transfers for a little while. Maybe we want to just let the game roll for a bit. Because I could do that. Oh, and then the next character might actually unlock at the 250 stage. So who's the lowest level? What is this one? Increases everybody's crit damage for a bit. Not terrible. Yeah, so we get the samurai as well. Okay. Enemy's honor is tainted, so damage crit damage. Samurai is showing their allies the way of the warrior. I'll look at that in a second. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Okay. So extra damage, critical damage. Okay, so just team buff. What is this one? Slicing an enemy 5 times. Sure. Yeah, none of these are going to give me another attack. Prepared samurai. Now, where am I in this process? Do I want to give him... Guess what level is the samurai at this point? 28, so we could keep going. We're actually pretty close to 300, like it's weird. Because it feels like I should be prestiging soon. But there's not much incentive to do so, as everything is kind of pricey. Okay, samurai. Dealing double damage with every hit. So this guy's better with just raw oomph. Okay. Yeah, do we want to just scale damage? Because I think we've got every single skill and passive. Okay, they're level 46, though. At 4 more levels, we get our next raid. I don't know when we get our next teammate, though. Is it just every 50 levels? Because this is, like, oddly achievable without looping at all. Let's see. Yeah, 300, 350. Yeah, it's just every 50 levels. Okay, we now have the Barbarian. Chance to deal a second attack with even more power. Enemy feels weak and small. Raising their axe swings down 6 times their normal damage. That was okay. What is this one? Rallying cries. A number of these generally just boost the whole team, which are good. At this point, probably just scale his damage, or actually probably his attack speed. Ninja would like to join the party. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, if I can get each of these characters up to level 50, that's just going to get me to maximum content extremely fast. That's weird, yeah, because there's no diminishing returns here. The further we are and the stronger we are, the easier it is to get each character up to level 50 without having to reset. So what is the point of resetting? I don't know. All right, we've grabbed every unique ability. Let's see. Shadow clones attack 10 times with 100 damage each. Critical chance of the party. And heightened crits across the board. About this one. Every 5 hits deals a guaranteed critical attack. So I think in that case, we actually just go kind of hard towards raw oomph. Should probably also go do the next raid at this point. Giant Hornet. I mean, there is some question on whether or not I'm going to be able to beat some of these. I think maybe that's it, is that at some point we aren't going to be able to do enough damage to be able to take these guys out. I think we're fine. Part of it is the combo meter makes the adventurer extremely dangerous as their DPS actually just continuously rises. So this only goes faster. Yeah, it's about 200 DPS a second increase with... I have no idea if there's an upper limit. I will say we might not be able to beat the next raid. We only had 10 seconds left on this one. So that's probably going to be the point where we have to call it quits, but that's okay. Bard would like to join the party. Alright. So what's the Bard do? 10 attacks, random... Ooh, okay. So random inspiration. See, empowers allies, damage 3%, lasts for a while. It's a lot of small bonuses. But small bonuses are still quite good. I see. Should have maybe stayed across the top, but that's okay. Yeah, we want to just grab each and every one of their activatable abilities, and then just make the switch over to raising whatever stat seems most appropriate for them. Okay. We should have plenty of gold to max a couple of these characters out, because we want to snag as many of those, we want to get as much of the attack speed gold gain as we possibly can. Because the next level is going to be extremely expensive. Hard to reach. But getting everybody up to level 10, super doable. Oops, didn't mean to go over, but that's okay. There we go. Alright, so everybody's up to plus 40. We actually have a decent amount of crystals, too. I might as well just hone them down to 90%. We'll just kind of keep things flat-ish. Oops. Went one too far. It's fine. Now, who's my current major DPS? Looks like it's the ninja. I don't know how or why, but that's fine. I guess it's probably because the ninja might have the highest crit chance. Maybe. Okay, so cleric has smite. Chance to deal 0.1% of the enemy's max health with every hit. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Okay, we've already got all the special skills for the cleric, which feels maybe too easy. Where's the... Oh, we already have the extra attacks. %1 chance to deal 0.1% of their max health. It probably doesn't seem like much. But I can only assume it's actually very good. There we go. And then I think we just focus in on attack speed. And we get the Lancer. Yeah, so... Why do I need the knowledge orbs? I'm confused. Because it seems like at this point I can reliably get every single one of my characters up to level 50, which then unlocks the next character. Okay, enemies take, yeah, more damage and crit damage. Boost allies. Still feel like, okay, what is this one? Dive attack, dealing 5 times damage on impact. Okay. I still kind of wish the enemies would fight back, that there was kind of more of a simulated you're actually doing the raid. Oops, the rogue ate an AoE and is out for the count, stuff like that. I get why it isn't in the game, because one, that's harder to program. And two, maybe a little bit less exciting. Okay. Spawns treants. Let's see. Blessing of the Owl. Damage and crit damage. Dehydrate the enemy. I mean, it does work. Being dehydrated sucks. Okay. And they're only level 35. I guess we've got a little bit to go to get them up to 50. I guess I've been burning my experience pretty hard here, and I haven't been actively participating. On the flip side, we've got oodles of money and are extremely strong. Blacksmith. Where's my ninja? Yeah, because I'd like to get more Orbs of Greed. But I guess it doesn't really help that much. How many raids do we still have? Yeah, we have the Forgotten and Nautilus. But yeah, without diminishing returns on like character leveling, there's no reason for me to go for the orbs. Like, we'll be able to unlock every single character. It is going to take a little bit. I think that is the one downside. I could actually just sit here for a bit. You know, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm just going to take a very short break, get a bunch of experience, unlock every class, then do a quick prestige just to see how silly it looks. Okay. Turns out the combo cap is 500 times damage, which, boy, makes me extremely strong. Anyway, let's turn this off. Let's spend some experience because I've got 233 million. That should be pretty good. So, namely, we want to just go back and max out each of these characters. Unfortunately, one thing I'm kind of running into with this game is there's no real interesting synergies, and I recognize that like that's hard to do. But there's some level of a like it's kind of a shame that there aren't like weird fun builds that you can get into, like a really hard damage over time build, or like a heavy alpha strike, or tons of buffs or something like that. That functionally all of these characters work in a vacuum. It's fine. Okay, so that's just a regular buff. After 6 attacks, bites the enemy, doing a crit. Let's see. 40-second cooldown on that one. What's this one? Okay. So it looks like we would just want to go for... let's see. Druid's level 50. I'm going to go back and... What is this one? 20 attacks, guaranteed crit. So we kind of want to increase their attack speed and their crit damage. I just want to get the rogue and all of like my old characters up to level 50. It feels weird that they're not. Let's see. Samurai is... There we go. Yeah, I suppose I'll get the warlock some spells. Okay, priest. Because yeah, we didn't even unlock like half of the priest's abilities. And that feels kind of silly. There we go. So where's the wizard at? Necromancer also wants to join the party. I'm still gonna go back and finish maxing out each of these characters. I should probably max myself out in retrospect. Myself, quote unquote. I mean, it's the character I'm playing as, so I guess it counts. Okay, warrior. I think I was being kind of silly with the warrior and just leveling up their attack speed largely exclusively. I don't think that was actually the right way to play them, but whatever. It's just attack speed gets me... Okay, prepared archer. Attack speed gets me... more gold. Okay, so that's kind of the wizard. I'm just gonna... There's the alchemist. Now I've still got oodles of experience. Chances are to the point where we are not going to run out while maxing out every single remaining character. Okay. And yeah, a little silly. I'm just gonna unlock everything. So that's just... Yeah. It seems like each and every one of these is kind of like a passive buff for the entire team. Damage, crit damage, yeah, cooldown duration. Seen those. Okay. Did I get all the attacks? Oh. Trickster would like to join the party. Sure. Did I finish with the monk? No, 2 more levels. Okay, we've got their extra attacks. So what do they do? 20 attacks, random ally, 5 orbs of piercing. Hitting 20 times. Okay, so kind of sort of just go for some attack speed, probably. Necromancer. Summons the skeleton. Attacks with you for 20% of the damage, so scales off of damage. Okay. Enhances the party's bone structure to strengthen their attacks. The translation on this, either translation or the writing could use a little bit of a spiff. Okay, breaks the bone of the enemy, dealing 5 times damage. 7 times damage. And like, I like where this game is going. It just feels like it never quite reached the depth that I crave. Like, the character builds are kind of nice, and there is a lot of infinite scaling that I can do, but, let's see. Okay, Necromancer, we just want raw damage. Somebody would like to join the party. Okay, yeah, we haven't even put a dent in. 10 attacks, grant random ally, orbs of power, piercing. Like, I think one thing that would have worked is if you could only bring so many party members with you into each raid and dungeon and stuff. Like, if it was, I think really just if it was a deeper overall simulation, where you actually have to worry about, like, kitting out and raiding and, like, min-maxing your build and whatnot. Like, you can kind of do that, but you can just absolutely force this through with pure numbers. Okay, right. We just want attack speed. There's the Gunslinger, which should be the final class? Question mark? Let's see, I did get every ability on the Alchemist, right? I think I did. Like, each of these are kind of interesting on like a base concept level, but it feels like they've kind of just distilled. Let's see, can't stop, won't stop. It feels like they've distilled a bunch of like standard RPG trope characters and classes without actually like really developing them that far. And I find that a bit tragic. If only because, like, I don't know, it feels like there's some fun things you could do with this. Okay. X amount of gold every hit. So Trickster just automatically makes me money. Oh, Trickster's level 54. Oops. Gone too far, doesn't matter. We have nobody else to unlock. A Spectral Wolf that attacks with you. Yeah, the problem is, like, I'm not seeing too much that's really different between this character and, like, the Necromancer, for example. Not strictly that it's bad, it's just one of those where it's like, I don't know, I guess I'm just detached from what's going on. Okay, 20 attacks, Orb of Lethality. Spray and pray the enemy. Bunch of damage. What is this one? Dead or Alive, more crit damage. I don't know how much of this exactly applies for the party. And how much of this is just singular to this one character class. Not that it really matters. Okay, so after 20 attacks. So we want to get them attack speed. Alright, so now everybody's level 50, total level is 1,000. We could... let's see. Yeah, so I think the big one is just finishing all of the raids is probably a lot trickier. That takes some serious work. Ow. Because even with a full party, with everybody kitted to the gills, I bet we're still going to hit kind of an upper limit on how many raids we can clear. And that's fine, truly. I do have 6 million gold, so I might actually be able to max some of these guys' gear out. I mean, sure. How much does this cost? That's extremely expensive, actually. Oh, well, getting it that far. Okay, so we cannot max them out. I really wish I could do, like, just plus 10. Just for convenience sake. Rather than having to do it individual. Also wish they had more than one song, but very much if I was to put more time into this game, I'd probably just turn on my own soundtrack and just listen to my own tunes. Okay. So this is about as good as I'm gonna be able to get it. I guess the other one would be like honing. Because cleric's at 88. Okay. Because yeah, I think what we do is we just universally hone everybody. Because I don't entirely know how much... Okay, let's get him down to... Well, I was going to try and shoot for 80. There we go. Yeah, we might as well just hone everybody for the sake of it. I'm sure it gets progressively more expensive as you go along. Oh yeah, it's like 1,000 per. Okay, ninjas at 74, so they're good. I think we're gonna run out of crystals kind of soon, and that's fine. Because yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I can still kind of mess around with in this regard. What if the success rate can get into the negatives? Presumably. Okay. So then, I don't know, let's just go back to the ninja and hone them as hard as we possibly can. Green glow. Huh. Fair enough. Okay, so if we take a look at the ninja... Yeah, so it looks like different ones have different success rates. So the cooldown, for example, has a 1% chance of getting increased. Alright. Let's see. I guess I was going to look into raids. Murky Swamp, can we do it? Ready, begin raid. Yeah, so there's still some stuff I could do. Looks like I haven't gotten the Warlock, one of the Warlock abilities in either of the Warrior abilities. I think that's okay. These are still going to be kind of time consuming. I think we could maybe do the next one. But yeah, we're looking at a pretty hard cap. Before I can do more. And, I mean, that's fine. I think I'll just spend all of my money on probably the ninja, just maxing its stats out as much as I possibly can. I'm curious about what the +9 with the crystals means. How much experience do we have? We've got a lot. Yeah, so we'll be able to beat the Nautilus. With 23 seconds to spare. Forbidden Jungle, though. I think so. Because we've got the Fire Orb buff. So, I think we're good to go. I think we can clear this one, but I think this is going to be so close that it's probably going to be the last one that we're able to complete. And that's okay. I will say the game does look like actually kind of cool once you've got all of the characters and all of the abilities flying at once. Obviously it's just a lot of UI, but as far as like UI-centric idle incremental games go, I've seen worse. I've seen considerably less nice-looking ones. Okay, Novice Raider, cripes. So let's do a knowledge transfer. 252 points. I could let it go for a while longer, but let's do this. Okay, so now everybody is back down to Really only level 10? Huh. Oh, you keep your abilities. That's actually really interesting. Because that makes it kind of easy to get the double attacks for some of these characters. Neat. Okay. Geez, where am I even gonna go with this at this point? I had a good time. Oh, and we did keep all of our gold. Cool. And so even though, yes, we've been reset back down to the very beginning, it's not that bad. So let's take a look. So, oh. So, I bet if I get rid of these, all characters have their skill nodes at rank 1. After starting a knowledge transfer, oh shoot. I think I'd probably just leave it at this. Not for this round, but getting up to 2,000 means looping is stupid easy. You can just let the game run itself for a while. So what do I even grab? I don't know, the main problem for me mostly boils down to I'm now going to have to go back and max out all of those skill trees again, and that's slightly annoying. Wait, no, I don't, because we have all the passives, we don't care. With the exception of, like, the warrior, who I never got all of his activated abilities. Which makes me feel a bit foolish, because now that I know that those transfer, I guess the other problem is I have to hunt down everybody's extra attacks. Either way, I think this is a charming idea. I very much enjoyed playing it. I think, I'd love to see somebody else take a crack at it, or the developers to come back and give it another shot at some point, because it feels like there's a lot of really good ideas here. It just needs a lot more time in the oven, and also just some basic fiddling, question mark. Really is just more dynamic talent trees that you can really build the whole team around some kind of core concept, and without that, it's a little bit of a shame. But it's okay. Anyway, let's just spend all of our money making my ninja obscene. Well, that was pretty much all of my money. That's fine. Anywho, I might as well mention the Raid Auctus is available now on Steam, so if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. I can't imagine it's particularly expensive, and despite the fact that, yes, I've unlocked every single character in one video, getting up to the final raid actually probably is some serious effort. And that should not be discounted. So even if I made it look easy now, it's actually completing it is probably going to take some work. But I guess with all of that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.